Hi everybody, it's Dee Slater with Create with Dee, and welcome to my New Year's Day party here on my Facebook event page for the casino party. What this was is if you took my class either live yesterday or you took it as a kit to go, we played some casino games and did that, and I posted a welcome video in my wrong spot because I thought I was here in the event center. So anyways, I'll have that replayed here in just a little bit. But today what we're going to do is we're going to make the make and takes that the casino party people did. And it's using the Foursquare mask, and it's a sampler of all of the, or a sampler of some of the items that are in the mini catalog. Okay. Also, please comment throughout the day. I know it's January 1st and everybody's waking up a little late, kind of getting notices coming on Facebook. So you have all day today until 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time to leave comments and feedbacks on here to have for door prizes. And door prize drawings, what we're going to do is I'm going to give away these sampler packs of the new the celebration paper that is in here. I can't show the catalog inside just yet, but there's 5 designer papers that you can choose from Celebration. And the door prize winners will get a sample pack of all 5 of the designer papers. Okay, you do have to have a U.S. mailing address to qualify to get the door prizes, and you know, just I hope that we have fun today, kicking off 2024 with some paper crafting and some fun. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll get our first make and take done here. So the class, the casino class, was all about how we can use mask and our blending brushes to get some really wonderful effects on our cards. They can be, you know, pretty straightforward. I'll give some tips and tricks along the way with different ideas. This card, for example, you know, sometimes if we have a white panel doesn't have designer paper or something, we tend to want to run it through an embossing folder. But if you have a mask, you don't need to have that tool to do it. You can get these textured looking backgrounds and interest backgrounds by using our stamping mask. So let's go ahead and do this. If you want to, as you come on, you can say hi. This is what the class got. This is one of them that wasn't able to make it here locally, so I can show you this. She'll pick this up later. But everybody got the Foursquare Decorative Mask, some mini blending brushes, and then, of course, the kit. I do have one set of the kits cut. If you're interested, you can message me, and I'll have some information on that here later on. But this is one of the make and takes that we did. And let's see here, I'll get the packet opened up. And just 1 second here. Want to make sure that I'm saying the right, since I can't show the catalog, I want to make sure I have the right things on here. Okay, so this card is made with using Stampin' Up's basic white cardstocks, and it's not cardstock, the note cards with envelopes. So these, you get 20 of these white note cards and envelopes in a pack. So what we're going to do first is I'll go ahead and just fold it. It comes pre-scored. And there's the note card. We'll put that off to the side. And then I've got a layering piece of basic white cardstock. This is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And what we're going to do is we're going to put one of our decorative masks down. And we're going to make a background pattern on the back of it. I am using Stampin' Up's new glass mat. I've been using it, and I absolutely love it. This is something that you can get free when you join Stampin' Up starting January 4th during Celebration. And what I like to do is just take some, you can use washi tape, you can take some inexpensive sticky pads like I have here, and I just like to go ahead and tape that down into place. Next, I'm going to use wild wheat, and it has this nice silicone pad here. And yes, I don't have anything underneath of it. What I like to do the masking with my blush, now you do want, or my brush, what I like to do is kind of like, you know, like go like this with it. You can pounce it in the corners if you want, but I like kind of sweeping it off on the edges, and I like going in circular motion. So I'm going to go a circular motion, and I like the look of it having different variations of color, like high lows. And so I tend not to re-ink because I like the non-uniformity of the color for this. And I'm doing it on all of it. You could do it just on half because that's all that'll be shown. But I wanted to show you this. Look how pretty that is. Such a neat and unique pattern. Whoops, and while I have this out, I do want to, I'm going to get my envelope, and I'll put this down. Go ahead and kind of brush it again. I'll just put a little bit on the corner here, and I can flip that over, maybe put a little bit here on the top. As you can see, I really didn't even re-ink my, oops, I had that over there, so that was kind of goofy. But anyways, here, I'll hold it like that. Adds a little uniqueness to it there. And then this is going to be the inside of our card. Whoops, that's the one that came. And kind of the same thing. Let's just come over here. I'm not even re-inking. I'm just pressing and using that ink that's kind of loaded up within the brush. And then just add a little bit to that. These masks are like a plastic, and you simply just take them underneath your faucet and run water on it. And you can even add, you know, Dawn dish soap to it if you want to, but really just water will wash that ink right off of it, and then you can store it and be good to go for the next time. All right, so we did this, you saw I did this on the glass. The glass does come with a really nice chamois, and I can just take that and clean off anything there. So I didn't even need to have anything down on it. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll get our card made. And what did I do? I have, oh, there it is. It was upside down. Okay, so here's our card that we're making and that you got in your kit. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some of this new designer paper down. This is from Poetic Expressions designer paper. It's got some really pretty tones of the bubble bath, the wild wheat, and some other really pretty colors in it. And I'm going to go ahead, and this is cut at 1.5 by 4 3/4. And the people that took the class, they got a PDF of all of this, of the class instructions. And then I have a piece of wild wheat cardstock. This is 1/2 inch by 4 3/4. And I put that down. I'm going to hold this up so that I can kind of straighten it up just a little bit. Get there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get our card base. And I just have this layered on it as well. I'm going to go ahead and get a nice crisp edge on that. So masks are a way to get some really quick interest on a project with just your existing ink that you have. All right, this is also one of the patterns from that Poetic Expression, and I punched it out with the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of antique that a little bit, calling it ink around the edges. We have that. And then the sentiment, it's called Your Special Day. here. What that is from is, believe it or not, Cute as Cows. Again, this is going to be a new bundle that will be in the, the upcoming mini catalog starting January 4th. I'm going to be doing a whole class on this super cute, stamp set and the punch. But look here, it's like your special day. I just really wanted to say that you can take your sentiments from any of your stamps. Think outside the box. You would never think about putting this cow with this paper. But your special day is such a unique sentiment that you could use that for any type of occasion. And so I thought I'd show you that. And I'm going to go ahead and use our wild wheat. So this is a project that, it's paper, stamps, and ink. It really is just that. Wanting to show that you can use our decorative mask to just take what you already have without always needing to have, a die cutting machine. Of course, we love our die cutting machine, but just kind of showing that we always don't have to have it. Just our punches could be great too. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's get some dimensionals on here. So I'm gonna put a couple close together here on the heartfelt hexagon image that was punched again with the upcoming Poetic Expressions paper. Love that. Just kind of center that. And then do another one here, another couple on our It's Your Special Day. And now we have something ready to go for a birthday, maybe a graduation on it. Maybe somebody got a promotion or some accomplishment. Sports recognitions will be coming up before too long. And so there's just a lot of special days out there for our friends and family. So anyways, that's the first make and take. Some fun ways to use this first of the decorative mask. It's called Foursquare Decorative Mask because you get 4 different designs and they're square. So Foursquare Decorative Mask. All right, so please leave a comment, when you watch this video, whether you're watching it live or you're watching the replay here under the event, because that way you'll be entered to win a door prize, which is, again, a sampler pack of the Celebration papers. All right, thanks for watching. I'm not seeing any comments right now, but I have a different setup here because it's not going to allow me to do my normal streaming, but I hope that you do leave some. All right, I'll get the projects turned around and I'll be live here in just maybe 5-10 minutes. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi everybody, it's Dee Slater with Create with Dee, and this video will be the second projects for the casino party. This was a class that I offered both in person and online, and I'm here replicating the projects on the New Year's Day casino party here on my Facebook page. I will have these uploaded to YouTube sometime later on today. And the make and takes that the class participants got will utilize the Foursquare Decorative Mask. And so I'm just kind of showing some of the new products from the mini catalog that Stampin' Up's going to have starting January 4th in a little sampler way, but at the same time showing this great technique of a masking technique. During January 1st, during the live event on Facebook, you do have a chance to leave comments on the videos through 8 p.m. today. And what I'm going to do is winners will be able to leave comments and then be entered to win the door prizes. I have 3 videos and there'll be 3 door prize winners. And yes, you could possibly win more than one, but it's going to be a sampler of the 5 celebration papers that you'll get. So there's 30 6x4 papers there. So please leave a comment, and you can leave more than one comment during the videos or the live videos. And I'll be doing door prizes at 8 o'clock. The door prize recipients do need to be able to be sent to a U.S.-based address. Okay, so this class is all about using the Foursquare mask and using our blending brushes in order to get that effect. We've already seen one on a note card that you can do as a background layer to any of your cards. This class is going to be featuring the new square pillow box, and I'm going to be showing how you can actually change the color of it, as well as adding interest to it with a different masking technique. So let's go ahead and we'll get making this cute new pillow box that Stampin' Up! Has. So if you got the class kit to go, this is the packet that you'll want to get out. And we'll go ahead and get all of our class materials. I do have 2 extra class material kits, so if it's something that you're interested in, please, I'll be posting, or you do have an opportunity to get the class kit yet, and I'll be posting towards the end of the party of how to do that. All right, so again, this is going to be available starting January 4th. It's part of the Be Mine suite of products, but of course you could order this independently. This is the square pillow box. And what we're going to do first is we're going to apply our mask on it. Purposely, I didn't wash my mask because I wanted the blue to kind of show so that it's a little more stark in contrast, so it's not all white on white. The side of the box that has the adhesive strips already applied is the side, this is the front of the box, so this is the side that we want to add our color. Okay, so just like in the previous video, if you watched that one, the class, I like to take sticky notes to anchor down the mask so it doesn't move. And as you can see, I wanted to show this that you don't have to be worried about it not covering everything, because we're going to move the mask, and I'll show you how we can line up the pattern on that. All right, so on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm using Pool Party as the base. And class also included blending brushes. You can never have too many blending brushes. If you get the materials kit, I would be ordering the class, I would be needing to order the products to go along with it, but I have the cut materials and stuff ready to go. All right, so as you can see, I applied, I did this so that the ink is kind of applied evenly in the brush, and I like to do circle. You can go as dark or as light as what you want to do. And on this one, I am going to make sure this is going to be the lid part. Whoops, let me move the camera just a second. So I want to make sure I get the pattern up in there. And then on these large ones, you're going to need to re-ink. I'm just kind of brushing the ink through it. You can make this as light or dark. Again, when you have the adhesive strips, can you see how that's not picking up color? Don't keep going over it, because the adhesive strips, they're slick. It'll never absorb the color. So I just wanted to give that little tip on that. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to pick this up. Look how cute that pattern is. And this is how you can line up. These are the negative spaces that the mask need to go on. So just line it up so that you can see just like some of the blue peeking out. And actually I'm going to come down a little, see if I can come down further. You might have to just move it around just a little bit. And let's see if I can get it here. There we go. I was trying to get it so I can cover everything. So I don't want to see any of my white. There we go. That looks good. So I lined it up so that it's on the white strips. And I can go ahead and anchor this down again. And you could use as many, Post-it pads or the sticky strips or washi tape that you need to hold it down into place. I kind of do 2, and then I hold the others with my finger. Now these sides are going to be shown. So I do want to have a little bit of the pattern on that. And I'm just kind of working it in circle patterns. There is a lot on my brush, and so I'm just really gonna get that in there. It feels like there's not a whole lot that's being put on it, but there really, you know, there's more than what you think. And again, that's the lid. I'm gonna come down here where the lid is. And then I've got a little bit exposed over here, and I could even do that again. But I'm gonna stop right there. And that's how we did our pattern. So cute. I don't need it to be like super strong. I kind of like a more softer one, but it's just whatever your strength is. And then again, this is just going to go underneath the sink to get rinsed off. All right, so the trick to putting these square pillow boxes is that, I'll show it on this side so that you can see it. Here's the score lines. What we want to do is I just kind of, like, here's like this arch. It kind of looks like an eye shape. I just kind of put my fingers here and kind of just bounce to start breaking down the fiber of the score line. So it's just kind of finding the center of it and pouncing. So center, pounce. And then you can see where it starts to know how to follow the score line. So on here, we're folding it toward each other. So I'm folding this one away too. And come over on this side and just kind of fold. And so I'm being, you know, oops, I didn't do this side. And then pounce, pounce, pounce. And so the more that you just kind of gently work it, then when it puts together, this is how it's going to be. So where it has the notches, that's when closed, that's going to be the top of our box, of our pillow box. Okay, so now we can go ahead and remove our adhesive strips. It's super sticky, so make sure you're ready. And you want to do your, you know, have your box shape ready to go. I like to kind of fold those in and then bring these up and go clear to the edge, press, clear to the edge, and press. And now we have this cute pillow box that we put a decorative mask on. Cute. And then you can fill it up and ready to go. Okay, next what is included in your projects, if you got the kit to go, or if you're just watching, I'm going to go ahead and go this way with it. There we go. Is a piece of the new Pool Party ribbon. This is in the Celebration catalog. It's a little sampler of one of the celebration items. It's a really good weight and size of the ribbon. And I'm gonna look here. I want to make sure I get the name of it right. I think it's Pool Party Ruffled Ribbon. Thought I had it down, but I did not. Try to find it real quick here. It's Pool Party 5/8 inch crinkle ribbon. It's going to be free with your $50 order during celebration. And I'm going to get some tear and tape. There it is. What I like to do is like to keep the ribbon in place as people untie it and everything. I'm going to use tear and tape on the front, what I'm going to call the front and the back. So here's the top of it where the notches are, so that they can get in and see what their gift is, whether it's a gift or some treats, whatever it is. And I'm just going to put some tear and tape on both sides down the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and take that off. So again, a little bit of some sneak peeks during this class, if you had taken it, of, to play around with a few of the new materials so you can see how pretty that it is, as well as, a few of the celebration items as well. And I think I've got about 16 inches of ribbon, maybe 18, and I'm doing this to find the center of it. So this is going to be down here at the bottom. And just kind of wrap that around. So there's no adhesive on the bottom of it, but putting it in that center panel just kind of keeps our ribbon in place. And I just did a simple knot here. Don't want to make it too tight. I want to be able to open and close it. So just a simple knot on the top. And then you can, you know, cut back the tails of that. Okay, next in your kit is some of the new designer paper. This is from the Lighter Than Air suite of products. And this is, this paper is called, yes, Lighter Than Air DSP. I'll be doing a class on that towards the end of January, so watch for more information on that. It's an interactive one with some hot air balloons and having the, you know, some, what do I want to say? Everything's going to have movement in it because it's lighter than air. It's going to lift. It's going to move on that. So please make sure that you're on my email list to get notification if that's something that you want to do. And Wish Big is part of that suite of the stamps, and that's the hot air balloon bundle. And do I have that? I've got to go. I'll have that shown here in just a little bit. But this one says Wish Big. These are some of the dies from that bundle. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo ink. And then I'm going to put this with Stampin' Dimensionals on the banner. All of those come with the hot air balloon dies. And we'll put that on. So as you can see, this is going to be like these pillow boxes, or if you like to have quick treat holders, I love these pillow boxes. They're a nice size of a pillow box. All right, then I'm going to put that on our fun polka dot paper that's part of that designer paper. And got some two dimensionals. Look how cute that is. Ready to go on a card or anything as well. Now I'm going to straddle, like see how those, I want this to be the back side because I don't want the front to show the seam, so I'm making this my front now. I want to put dimensionals on the back of this so that it's left and right because it's going to straddle the ribbon. And we do that. And then we just would want to like trim back those. But there is our fun pattern that we have using our mask. So this is just showing the difference. If you ink it really light or dark, it doesn't matter. It just kind of adds whatever little interest that you have and want to have for your pillow box. All right, so that was our second make and takes for our casino party. So again, make sure to leave comments here under the event video on Facebook to be entered to win those sampler packs of our door prizes. All right, I will get switched around with the third and final make and take for our casino party, and I'll be back real soon. Happy crafting. Bye-bye. All right, everybody, this is our third and final projects for our casino party make and takes. Again, this was something that you could have taken a class online with me and played casino games that we had for door prizes. And so this is your video tutorials, and I thought I just would make it fun to have it here on Facebook for everybody to see how the projects will go. This will also be posted on YouTube later on today. In the meantime, if you're joining me on January 1st over here on the event page, please do leave comments. You can leave as many comments as you like. And what I'm going to do is on each video, there's 3 projects. So I'm going to have 3 door prizes. And the door prize will be a sampler pack of the celebration paper. There's 30 sheets in here. It's a sample pack of 5 of the designer papers that's in there. You need to have a US address in order to win the door prize. So please do comment for your chance to win. Let me know what you think of the projects. If you're a customer of mine and you've got the the catalog, you've had it, let me know what's on your wish list, whatever you want to comment on, that would be great. The class for our casino party, besides the fun games that we did, it was a class that we made these projects, and the class attendees also received a pack of what's called the Foursquare Decorative Mask. During this class, I've already shown you 2 of the 4. We're going to use a 3rd one here today, this kind of scrolly one here. If you're watching this live, I am not being able to see the comments, so I do apologize for that. I will go back after class and I'll catch everybody's comments throughout the day on it. I know it's January 1st, everyone's waking up in different time zones, but please do, comment throughout the day, because at 8 o'clock Eastern time, I'll be drawing on each of the card videos or the project videos from comments on today. Okay, that's the housekeeping. Let's get started making this really adorable card that, again, looks complicated, but I think it's actually quite simple to put together and make this really beautiful card. This card features the Perennial Lavender suite of products. The class was designed to be a little sneak peek sampler of what's coming up in the new mini catalog and celebration. And we're using the dies from the Painted Lavender bundle or the Painted Lavender dies. And then the sentiment is from the Perennial Postage. You're simply marvelous on that. I'll have other cards and classes based on this suite of products. And this paper, if you're a purple lover, you're going to absolutely love it. Here's a little sneak peek of the paper. I'm not going to pull each of them out, but a lovely, another lovely designer paper that Stampin' UP has for us. Alrighty, so let's get started making this card. Again, if you got the kit to go, one, thank you, and this is what your packet's going to look like. This is the one to get out. And so you've got the card base and the envelope and the materials here. And then in your kit, you're also going to have a separate little cello bag. I wanted to make sure that everyone had it. It's got a pre-tied bow and some of the pieces from the Perennial Lavender flowers set on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I've got a 1-inch circle punch from the Perennial Lavender designer paper. I've got 2 of these cut at, let me just make sure I have my sizes right. They are 2.5 by 4. Now for this card and this paper, they do have directionality on it. So the one that you want to go across the top of your card base, the pattern, needs to be in the horizontal orientation. And for the vertical panel, this designer paper needs to be cut in the vertical one. They're both the same size of 2.5 by 4, just cut in different orientation. Okay, just wanting to make sure that we have that first. Got a piece of Highland Heather cardstock for our card base. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, 8 1/4, and I'll put it this way. And then I have it scored at 5 1/2. And then that way when we fold this over, that gets us our traditional 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. Again, the original size of this is 8 1/4. Score it at 5 1/2. All right, so let me bring in this sample again. If I didn't have it walk too far away. Oh, here it is. So for this mask, what we're doing is I'm kind of showing how you can mask around the edges, leaving the center a little more light so that it frames the sentiment or the embellishment that you want to have. And so just like before, going to put this on the new glass mat that you can get if you join Stampin' Up. And if you're considering that, I would love it if you would consider joining my team. I do a lot, try to do a lot with the team. On that, we have monthly meetings. I give some, you know, recognition. We just have a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. I do this. Gonna make sure I've got everything lined up evenly. All right, so again on this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the ink on the outer edges and then kind of come in so that I have the center oval somewhat free of the ink. And I'm using Highland Heather for this. Take my blending brushes and I'm gonna kind of brush. I'm not pressing super hard, but I'm getting ink coverage all through the brush. I like to start, and you can go ahead on your new glass mat. You can go ahead and just use that and then we'll wipe it free. And so of course it's gonna start out a little darker where I have more ink. And as you can see here on the Highland Heather, where it's really leaving, you can really tell where it's at as far as that. I'm purposely leaving the center and just kind of going in circles. I think that looks good. All right, so now when we reveal, we've got this kind of, what do I want to say, like variant of it, but I've left the center of it so that the sentiment's going to really stand out. And before I get going, I can take some of the ink off with my chamois that comes with the glass mat, and we'll just take a second for it to dry. Get my brushes moved here. And then from the stamp set, again, this is the perennial postage, and I'm using the Your Simply Marvelous stamp. Get my mask put off to the side here. I'm going to bring in Gorgeous Grape. It's a darker grape than Highland Heather. And I cannot put on those labels for anything straight, so I just don't. So I know how my stamp works. I practiced it ahead of time, so I'm just going to go straight down, don't rock it, and straight up. You are simply marvelous. And you are. Thank you all for being here today, being part of my my Stampin' family, whether you watch my videos, that you take my classes, part of my team, you're my upline, sideline, fellow demonstrator. Just if you're watching, I so appreciate that you are here. So I am going to put this, oh, and this is basic white, cut at 4 by 5 1/4 is what this basic white piece is. Okay, now I'm going to put on my designer paper. Again, I want to make sure I have the horizontal orientation going up on top. So again, this is cut at, this is Perennial Lavender, the new designer paper, 2 1/2 by 4. Put that up on top. So pretty, 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 pretty. And the same size of paper, 2 1/2 by 4, on a piece of Highland Heather, cut at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And here's how this one works out. What you'll do is you'll cut your cardstock first at your 4 1/4 by 11, so it's a half a sheet. And then along the 11-inch side, you'll cut at 2 3/4. And then that's going to give you your 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. Again, you're scoring it at 5 1/2. So this is a half a sheet of paper that you start with. And then we're just going to take this excess that we cut off and make it our flap. Awesome. So don't cut you don't have to like cut up a bunch of different paper sizes. Start with your 4 1/4 by 11 cardstock of the, oh shoot, Highland Heather. We don't want to do this. Okay, I need to, very hurriedly, I'm going to get another piece of something here. I think it's right here. I think I got an extra one all ready to go. Okay, don't do what I just did here. I'm going to pretend I'm gonna cover that. Okay, I was talking about how to do that and I got myself all distracted. I just want to put adhesive on the top half of this because obviously it's going to be hanging down here and we don't want to boo-boo it like I did before. So we just want to put adhesive on half of it. You can see what I did. If you happen to go over, like in your talking, you get distracted and you do that, just cut another piece and layer it, just like I did. Put it over it, it'll be just fine. And we're going to put that here in the center. Just look how pretty that is. Oh, don't you love that? That's the mask. That's the Foursquare mask. If you don't have it on your wish list, maybe consider it. All right, let's make this bouquet. This is going to be, this little wrap here is so easy. I don't know if you've seen how to do this or not. It's a great tip if you haven't. And we're going to get that 1-inch circle punch. You can use any size of circle punch, really, that you want. This one just happens to be 1 inch. And let's go grab that real quick again. Another one. All right. So what I did ahead of time for those in class, but I used Highland Heather cardstock and got 2 of these floral pieces. This is actually 1 die, so when you run it through once, you get 2 images out of it. And that's out of our Highland Heather. And then out of Shaded Spruce, this is another image. It's kind of like a background image on it. And what I want to do on our circle is I'm going to add a nice blop of the liquid glue. And I want the, just like a wrapped bouquet, I want to have the stems outside of the circle. This is going to be our wrap, so I can just kind of put this like this. And then I've got my floral images, and I want them to kind of intersect down here at the stem part of it. Oops. And you can go ahead and add a little more glue. You could use a glue dot if you wanted to, but really I like the liquid glue so I can play around with it. You can spread those out as wide as what you want, as long as they come in for an intersection. Whoops. All right, so now to make the wrap, I'm simply, see if I might pick this up. So all I'm doing is towards the lower half of the circle, I'm just gonna bring this in. And I'm going to bring in, whoops, don't move. And I'm going to bring in the other side. And that's all there is to it. We're just going to make this cute little wrap. Just wraps right around, just like you're giving somebody a bouquet of flowers. So that's how we get the wrap. And then you can kind of move this around just a little bit. I had a lot of glue there, so that's kind of sticking nicely. So what we're going to do is put it right here in the center. And, you know, if you wanted to, I could have put the other one there. It's still wet. I'm just kind of moving this around. I had to overlap just a little too much. I like it where it looks a little more centered. So it's just paper. Just move it. And I want my Stampin' Dimensional. Let's get one of those. Stampin' Dimensional is another name for a foam dot. And this is why I want this one vertical, because this is a nice long bouquet. We'll put that here in the center, kind of get our flowers going. You can put a little glue dot behind one of the flowers to keep those in place if you want. And speaking of glue dots, it's time for our linen thread bow. So if you took my class, I tied the bow for you. Just a little something extra that I do. I know that, you know, you can probably untie it if you'd rather not, but it's kind of nice just to have it already done for you. And I'm picking up a glue dot and putting that on the center of our wrap. And then that's how you can make a wrapped bouquet using a circle punch. You just wrap it around like you would, you know, a floral paper. All right, let's get in our 3 projects that we did here today. So it's a little sneak peek of a variety of paper, you know, a few new stamp sets, some new suites of products that you have, and as well as using our Foursquare Decorative Mask and our blending brushes to get different background ideas that you can use on your projects. All right, you guys, thank you so much for stamping with me here on New Year's Day. Again, you have until 8 o'clock Eastern Time to enter comments, and we'll do door prizes, and it'll be some celebration paper packs. If you're in the U.S., I'll be happy to mail those out to you. All right, you guys, happy 2024. Have a great day. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.